So I just had therapy, and I had a big revelation. And in fact, it all started because yesterday I was on Threads and I saw this girl that posts every single day on YouTube. And of course, immediately my mind is like, how does she do it? How do you post on YouTube every single day when it takes so long to edit? And so of course I asked her, what's your routine? And then I saw in the comments that she was saying she doesn't edit. Like, excuse me? You don't edit? She says she just posts raw talking videos. And it made me think, because I've always been so self-conscious of my fillers, my buts, and you-knows. I'm from New York, so I say a lot. And I realized that not editing has never even been a concept for me. Like, I never even knew not editing was an option. And so in therapy, we were just talking, and I was talking about how I really want authenticity in my content. And it's sort of like I've created, subconsciously created a type of persona that meets my needs of perfectionism. And even though I like to think that I am authentic on camera and that I am who I think I am on camera, as I was talking in therapy, I realized I'm not. The things that I post are not cringe enough. The things that I post are curated according to my liking. They're all edited. I edit out the buts, the and I'm ready to let that go. And it's nerve-wracking because with vulnerability, my therapist said, what's the price of vulnerability? What's the price of authenticity? And I was like, wait, what? I couldn't even understand your question. I couldn't even process. And she said, what's the price of authenticity? And it made me think, like, rejection. Not everyone is going to like me. Not everyone is going to be for me. And that's okay, because not everyone is meant to be for me. And so in wanting to create a community of authenticity and a sisterhood and show up in the way that I want to show up, authenticity is a natural progression to that. So this is going to be one of the first videos that I'm posting, not editing at all. Because editing has always been the bane of my existence. Like, I have so many content ideas. When I tell you so many, I mean like so many content ideas, and it's been years and years. And if you look at my notes, I have Speaking of not editing, I need to put some lip gloss on. A little lipstick break. I literally had to rewind to remember what I was talking about. But yeah, I have so many content ideas, and throughout the years, I have just endless lists of things that I want to talk about, and I always feel like I never have the time. And I know that's an excuse, but I feel like I don't have enough time to talk about the things that I want to talk about. And now, kind of having that mindset shift of, what happens if I don't edit? If I just literally put clips together and not cut out my fillers and not cut out the things that I don't want to be shown. A, that would make this whole process so much easier. And B, I just don't know what that would look like. Maybe I'll add some text here and there, but yeah. So I'm excited. This makes me feel giddy, and it just makes me feel like I have hope again. Not that I lost the hope, but it just makes me feel revitalized in some ways. So she also brought up a very important thing, which was, and this is what made me realize that I have this on-camera persona. She's like, Kathy, you talk about fillers, but here, which is your safe space, you don't have any fillers. So why are you using fillers when you're creating, when you're recording? And it makes me realize that the only reason, from what I know as a speech therapist, you tend to use fillers when your brain is computing on what to say next. And so putting two and two together, if I keep using so many fillers when I am recording my content, it's because I'm constantly thinking of what to say next, because I'm thinking on how is this going to perform? How are people going to take this? And if instead of doing that, I just speak from my heart and speak authentically, maybe there's less fillers. Like right now, I feel like I haven't really been using that many fillers, but who knows, maybe in replay, I'll see so many fillers, but that's not going to change the fact that I'm still going to post this unedited. So yeah, I'm really excited. I feel like this is, again, a natural progression. My content journey has been one of many years and one of a lot of reflection and thinking, and I'm excited. I'm excited for what's next, and I'm excited to post this as is, and I'm excited for rejection. I know that sounds crazy, but maybe I need a little of that to realize that I'm not for everyone. Because honestly, I might be a little naive, but I'm like, everyone's gonna love me. But I think I'm just like an optimist at heart. And so, yeah, I'm excited for what this leg of the journey is going to bring. And I'm just trusting God, because at the end of the day, I've learned that I've been focusing so much on getting to that place, which I don't even know what it looks like, to be honest with you. But I'm always like, oh, when I get there, I'm meant for more. And when I get to that place, and it's like, what place am I talking about? 1 million followers? Like, that doesn't mean anything if what I'm building is not authentic, you know? And so authenticity and honesty to me is really big, and I just feel that, or at least I'm realizing that I haven't been as authentic in this journey as I thought I have. So yeah, I am deciding to let go and let God, and focus more on the things that I can control, focus on creating, focus on bringing forth the ideas that He has placed in my heart, which I feel that He has placed gifts and ideas in everyone's heart. And so I just think that in order for Him to do what He needs to do in my life, I need to act on the things that He has given me. And He has given me tons of ideas. Like, thank God, I feel that I am a person who does not suffer from lack of creativity. Sorry, I just, like, my nose is itchy out of nowhere. See, that's something I would have cut out before, maybe. But yeah, so let's see how this goes, and hopefully it'll lead me somewhere. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. Like I said, whoever's going to, or I don't know if I said it already, but whoever's going to see my content and like it and vibe with it, welcome. And if not, that's okay too. So anyway, if you are a creator, this is a reminder for you that you don't have to edit your content. Many times if you edit, it might be a preconceived notion of what you want to put out there, or what you think is going to be liked by others. But maybe what's important in this process is you liking it, and posting it authentically for yourself. And I feel at this point that it's kind of like a challenge of, like, me showing up for myself in this way, just not editing and being myself. And I don't have to be a certain way or act a certain way in order to feel worthy of showing up. So as I was just reviewing the footage, there was 2 things that came to mind that I want to tell you guys. So one thing that my therapist told me that really stuck out to me today was that her art teacher said, you are not the same person that you were last week, especially as women, hormones and all that. And so if you make something or create something in your art, and then you come back to it a week later, you might not feel the same way about that thing. So you might want to change the color, you might want to do, but, like, don't. Because the person that created that at that moment liked it that way. Even if the person or the version of you that comes later on doesn't like it, you have to honor that person that once was. And I thought that that was such a cool concept. And when we applied it to creating, it just makes so much sense, because that's why I have such issues with hoarding, because I'll see it, I'll like it when I record it, and then in the editing process I get, like, sick of it, or I'm like, oh, I didn't like that, and blah blah, and then it just, like, goes into the darkness, because it never gets edited, which is why I'm posting my series Diary of a Content Hoarder. But I digress. So I thought that that was really interesting, and in applying that to my content, it's like I need to create and just post, create and just post. And then the second thing I wanted to tell you was that, oh yeah, that's something that this girl that started this whole notion of no editing said in one of her comments. And actually, I'm gonna see if I can tag her here, because she deserves all the flowers, because this was not my concept, and she really inspired me. Anyway, something that she said, which I completely relate to, was that Instagram tends to make you think well, Instagram and TikTok, makes you think that people have squirrel brains and that people will not sit there to watch your video if it's more than 1 minute long, if it doesn't have all these crazy cuts. And the thing is that what she's noticed is that people, especially who are 35 plus, enjoy conversation. And I am one of those people. I'm 33, but I definitely fall into that range where I love to just sit and listen to people talk about their day, and I could sit there and just watch a full-blown 30-minute video. Yeah, so she's been able to build community by people who just like to be in conversation with her, virtual conversation with her, and incorporate her into their routines and vice versa. So yeah, I think that it's an interesting concept, and so yeah, I just felt like I needed to share that. So this is me showing up for myself, and hopefully it motivates you to do the same. If you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that other YouTubey stuff, and I'll see you next time.